Hey, gang, what's up? It's your guy coming to you live from Studio 405.
They gave me my theme music.
Another Zach Nip production, Jones. Mr. Fingaz. Collin D from the DMV. Go Dawgs. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, gang, what is going on?
Is that it's about to go down.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? We are here. We are here. We are here. In the immortal words of Horton, who hears the who's that were on the dust puff, and Horton heard them and he saved their lives. Anyway, who are we? Who are we? Who are we? I don't know who we are. I'm not exactly sure who we are. It's been one of those days.
Who that?
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Just playing. I am your guy, Mr. Fingaz, coming to you live from Studio 405. And that guy right there, the one I'm pointing at right now, he is the brother from another, the sexy mother Hubbard, the ace of base, in the place, in your face, Calen P from the DMV. What is going on, man?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I'm on one a little bit. I told you off camera, I got me a new laptop. You can't tell by the background. I'm G'd up from the feet up, and I literally mean from the feet up. You know what I mean?
Oh, word. Okay, I see
Literally
you.
from the
I
feet
see
up.
you, bro. I see you, bro.
G'd up from the feet up. There's a lot of G's on the screen, dog. I mean, like I'm happy we're back in the championship, the SEC championship. Hopefully, we get to the big dog. You know?
Oh, for real, for real. I mean, that would be absolutely marvelous. Absolutely
Well,
marvelous.
we got to get through our nemesis, dog. We got to get through them we call them Bama jammers, whatever you want to call them.
English is hard, isn't it?
Hey, we're in Georgia, man. That's like a second language, dog. Don't make me say math too. I mean, that's double time. How you been, brother? I told you I was on one.
He's trying to kill you,
Easy
boy.
now.
We just getting started. My God. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Collin is trying to kill you, boy, right here live on the
Hey,
internet.
it's been a minute since I've been on one of them Collin kicks, you know.
Oh man, I'm glad you don't have one of them tall boys. A couple of them, boy. It used to be something else, man. Oh, for those of you that don't remember, if this is your first time watching, if you just now joining and becoming a member of the Twidger family, as we like to call it, TWIGF, this week in Georgia football family, go back and check roundabout season 3, roundabout midway through the season. My man, we have about 3 or 4 of them tall boys.
Oh, that was truly. I kept truly in business, man. Because yeah. You know when that third one was? What'd you call it? You call it like the third or the fourth one. When that one cracked, it was when you heard that.
Yeah, when I heard that sucker crack, I was like, oh, it's that's what we doing tonight. Okay.
Hey, but this is legitimate though. This is all good. You know, I'm drinking lemonade.
Okay. Pink. What did you say? Pink lemonade?
No, I ain't saying nothing about no pink. I said link. See, English is hard. I'm drinking lemonade.
Right. I thought you said pink lemonade. I was thinking about the
No.
Nicki Minaj joint. Just like that sound like a combination of Nicki Minaj and Beyonce.
No.
Anyway, anyhow. Having said all of that, we need to go ahead and get right on. Come on, stop messing with me. Right on into it. There it is. What happened? It only played like half a bell. That don't make no sense. Try that again. Why won't you play?
Why won't you play? No,
there we go. There's the bell.
This background has got a lot of. I got a lot of G's on this background though. But anyway, it's all good. I rep.
Yeah, I see that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to This Week in UGA Football. I'm Mr. Fingaz, and Collin has a lot of G's on the background. We're gonna call him good. There we go. We
What? Oh my!
Good. That's
we 7 minutes in, dog. 7 minutes in. All right, let's get it rolling.
I swear I'm not. I swear, y'all, I'm not drinking. I swear to God, I'm not drinking. Anyway, we gonna keep this thing going.
One more game. Take two.
Man! All right, quiet on the set. This week in Georgia football, take 2. Hey, welcome to the show. We're talking about the Dawgs, and they won. Speaking of, they improved to 11-1. They met the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and for possibly the first time since any football has started, a football team from Georgia won a football game in the Georgia Dome. I said it out loud here on the internet. Georgia wins 16-7 over Georgia Tech, finishing the regular season with an 11-1 record, essentially notching their name on the VIP list for the college football playoff. And as an added bonus, Texas A&M took on Texas on Friday evening and fell. So that means that the Dawgs are going to the SEC championship right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Depends on how you take that. If it's if added bonus or it is what it is, bro. I mean, I'm happy to play for another one, but our path would have probably been easier if we didn't go. But
I don't see it that way. I think that Georgia is peaking I think Georgia peaked this season at the absolute right time. Around about, I think the week when they played Ole Miss was when they started to level up, and they just kind of leveled up each week. And now we're seeing still not quite 2021, 2022, but they're playing some of the best ball they have played since the early part of last season. And especially 2023 season. I mean, they were lighting everybody up in the 2023 season. So they're looking really good, and I'm really liking their chances. So, we have a master strategist as a head coach. He's just got that one little aspect of his coaching acumen that he needs to be able to execute, and that is beat the team we're supposed to play this coming weekend. But we'll get into that in just a little bit later. So,
just let me stop. Wasn't the game played? It was the first time a game's ever been played on a Friday in the Mercedes-Benz dome. I think what did Georgia Tech get 10 million? Or there was something I read about that, or somebody
They
got a
did.
lot.
They sold their rights for the home games in this series.
Okay.
So now they
Well,
play.
sure had to happen.
They don't play at Bobby Dodd. They play at Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
And when they play, it is not a home game for Georgia Tech. It is now a neutral site game. I'm not sure how long that deal is for, but that is the deal with that. So
Is that going forward though?
I don't know how long that deal is, but
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how long that deal is, and I'm not sure that I particularly care for that because I mean, you think about it. Yeah, it's a bigger venue. Yeah, you fit more people, which means more revenue and
It's
all of that
still
good
Atlanta
stuff.
though. That's not necessarily a neutral field for them. I mean,
But here's the thing. You essentially have that was a home game every other year for Georgia Tech, and it was a well attended home game because Athens and Atlanta are what 40 minutes apart, 30 minutes apart,
yeah,
something like that. It doesn't take very long to get to Atlanta from Athens. So, so you got Georgia fans from all over the state that are traveling to Atlanta and crowding in the Bobby Dodd Stadium. You've got Georgia, you've got the students and the band and everybody. I mean, you're packing that stadium with Georgia fans, and you're packing it with Georgia fans. And Georgia fans love to drink, they love to eat, and they love to make a lot of noise. So they make it a lot of fun. Maybe not for Georgia Tech, but they make it a lot of fun to be at that game. I mean, you've seen it on television with the Spike Squad. I mean, that the fan base has evolved so much since I was in school.
Oh, dude.
The Spike Squad and the Paint Squad and the Black Jacket Squad, none of that was part of the games.
Right. And actually, not to cut you off, but I mean, there was something, I don't know if it was on ESPN or somewhere, or maybe it was YouTube or something. I had seen like some video where it was a girl that actually was part of the Spice Squad or part of the crew, essentially, as it were. And, they get up, they got up at like 6 or 7 in the morning, like before game day. Like,
they get up on game day early and
they spend the night there. They spend the night on campus or wherever. I mean, like not on campus, but on site,
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, she was like documenting everything. Said how when she got painted, and watching everybody else doing the makeup and whatever to paint the guys with the Spice Squad, and the guys that are all in black and have Georgia, all the letters on them. Yeah, it's a big deal.
And they I don't think they were quite expecting to make it to the national championship that year because Georgia was always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Yeah. And they had to raise monies to get to the national championship, and a bunch of donors kicked in some money and was like, we can't have the game without the Spice Squads there. We got to have you guys. And they wound up being there at the national championship.
Now it makes me wonder if they get paid for like travel and that kind of stuff, or they have something going on since
I think it's just a student run organization. I mean, if they,
I'm sure they may get money from the university, some kind of
if they have organized it properly, they would receive a certain stipend from the school, but the rest of it would come from things like dues and donations.
Yeah. But I mean, it's become like a staple. Like it's become like UGA and tradition basically.
Yeah, that is a tradition that will live on. There are little kids watching that right now that want to go to Georgia and be in the Spike Squad. So So anyway, the Dawgs beat Georgia Tech 16-9. It wasn't a particularly pretty game. As we know, we saw the stat line. Gunnar Stockton just really. You see the stats right here. It was 11 of 21 for 70 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pickle. There was 1 passing touchdown. He did connect with Zachariah Branch in the second quarter. And Frazier was the bell cow because our guy Bowens is still out. I think he may be available for the game next week. But Frazier, the bell cow, he was 108 yards on 16 carries. And so there were no rushing touchdowns, which was incredible because all Georgia did was, what's our slogan? Say it with me now. Run the ball. That's been our slogan for ages.
Now I'll tell you what, McCray actually got a bulk of the carries too. Like him and Frazier, McCray. I mean, I kept looking out there, and I was like, McCray's out there. He ain't been out there for a minute, but he had a 13 carries for 43 yards. I mean, but
Oh yeah, I mean it's
it was
slicing.
Gunner had 15 for 42. So I mean, it was between Frazier and McCray. So
Yeah, sliced and diced them up. Had an absolutely amazing game. And there's our favorite viewer, our favorite Roll
hey,
Tide
Dana.
viewer. How are you doing this evening, Miss Dana Stacy 626? We appreciate you for joining us. And if this is your first time, ladies and gentlemen, watching this, whether you're watching us live or watching the replay, go ahead and smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. I almost just took a whole tagline from another content creator that I watch, but yeah, definitely, and jump on in and join us in the comments. Dana is a member of one of those SEC groups that I'm in, and she, in addition to our boy Jeezy, who is a Tennessee fan that joined us, our homegirl Nikki, who joined us for the TCU game, and the Auburn fan that joined us when we did the Auburn game. We got to start doing that again. I think next season we need to start doing that, having fans of other teams on. When
No, we definitely got to hit up with Gigi and Nikki. I mean, she's a sweetheart. And,
yeah.
I keep up with her. We're friends on Facebook, and I keep up with her and her family.
Yeah, and we also got to get Kangaroo Black. Kangaroo Black. I know you peek in on us every now and again, my buddy, my guy. We play this weekend. If you having a live, let me know. I would love to join the show during the call-in show and let you and give you a hard time. Then that's our Kangaroo Black, one of the premier content creators for the Alabama Crimson Tide. His tagline is be blessed and OKB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide and roll damn Tide. So y'all go over there and check out. If you're a Bama fan here watching this tonight, go check out Kangaroo Black as well, and The Long Run with the Piano Man also. Those are two great Alabama content creators.
Hey, well, how it's going now? It's going to be Georgia, Bama until for the foreseeable future. So we shall see how that rolls. But
yeah, I'm loving it. I mean, the record against Bama sucks, but there's something about that game that has become. It's not a rivalry yet because we don't play each other every year, but it's gotten to the point that when we play them, it is just as big a deal as suiting up against Florida in October and suiting up against Georgia Tech at the end of November. It's just as big. We just gotta work on winning some games. This is what we gotta do. So I mean, not much to say about that. We have to win. We have to win.
Yeah, they got us. They got us. Much more you can say about it.
Yeah, I mean, even Kirby, who is by and large the best coach we've had since I want to say Vince Dooley, not to knock on Mark Richt, but probably the best coach we've had since Vince Dooley. And Vince only getting the edge because he did win the national championship and then almost back-to-back it again in 1981. And he just it's that one. They got us in 2018 after we beat Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl. They got us. Devontae Smith, left corner. And then the next year, that was Jalen. Then the next year, I'm sorry, that was Tua. Then the next year, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, left corner. So it's we'll get there. I think this team can do it. I honestly do. If any squad can do it out of the teams that have come since the 2021 and 2022 squads, this one I think can do it. Man.
Yeah, so let's step back
and then Dana does raise a very good point. This is do or die for Bama. This is do or die. I think this is the first time since Calen Deboer has taken over that Bama has really been in a do or die spot because Bama has to win. If we pull this off and beat Alabama, they could effectively be eliminated from playoff contention because that would be their third loss, even though it would be a loss to a ranked number 3 team in the conference championship. It would be a third loss.
Now you say that, so we've had conversations on this show and on the college football show. Let's talk football, college football. But as far as the rankings go, about how kind of wonky. I mean, we saw it kind of you and I, whenever Georgia got dropped 7, and then Bama, when Bama beat us. We got dropped 7. They got boosted up 7. So, I mean, I don't know. Do you really think if they lose this game, you think they'll keep Bama out? I mean, I don't think they would. I don't think so. I think it's none
Well,
of it.
here's
That's
a
my
lot.
opinion.
Here's why I say that. The SEC currently has, I've got to pull it up, but just in the SEC alone, you got quite a few 2-loss teams.
Yeah. Well, you got a 3-loss Texas team that's buying and trying to talk their way in being into the CFP.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, I don't think honestly Texas doesn't get in because of that loss to Florida, and then they lost by a goodly amount. Even though we were ranked, they lost by a goodly amount of times. So right now, here's just right now the 1-loss teams are A&M, Ole Miss, and Georgia. Then you've got behind that you've got Bama, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt with 2 losses, a very good Vanderbilt team with 2 losses. Then behind them you've got Texas, and mind you, the SEC champion is going to get in, Ole Miss is going to get in, Texas A&M is going to get in. That's 3. Oklahoma, because of where they're positioned, is more than likely going to get in. That's 4. And then you've still got the Big Ten, who's more than likely going to, unless Indiana just craps the bed, you're going to have Indiana and Ohio State. You're going to have maybe the ACC champion, but only if Virginia wins, because if Duke wins, the ACC might miss the playoffs. You're going to have a Big 12 champion. That's 8 teams. That leaves 4 more slots, and you still got Group of 4, and you still got Group of 4. You know what I mean? You got Group 4. You're still looking at Miami, who's got 2 losses. You got Notre Dame, who's got 2 losses. There's too many good 2-loss teams to get a 3-loss team in. Even though Alabama has played lights out.
Wouldn't that be kind of cherry on top if we happen to win, against Bama or whatever, what have you? But wouldn't it be a cherry on top if Miami made it to the playoffs? We end up meeting up with old Mr. Beck.
Yeah. I mean, and that was talked about. I think I want to say that was our good buddy Uncle Lou, a great UGA content creator. A lot of people hate him because he tends to he doesn't pull punches, but he's a lot of times he's spot on. That would be ironic. Well, one of them will lose, Dana. One of them will lose, but a one loss team who is a top 3 ranked team whose only loss would be in the conference championship, it'll be hard to make an argument for keeping them out. So it really would, because Indiana's play. I mean, I know who have they played, but they played some lights out ball this season, and I just don't see the committee putting them out, especially with the story that is generated with their with their ascent to the top of the rankings this year. So yeah, I mean, it's a do or die for Alabama. At the end of the day, Alabama has to win this game in order to get in the SEC championship.
I mean, maybe just be, but I don't think they're gonna keep them out. I mean, it would be hard for a 3-loss team. I agree, but then again, it's Alabama. I mean, that's their cash cow, man. I mean, it's just.
Oh no, I feel you. It's just like the whole thing with them ranking Notre Dame ahead of Miami. That's the 3rd time I've mentioned that on this channel in the last 3 weeks. By the way, for those of you,
I was wondering when it was going to rear your circle head. I mean, that's number 3. You're right.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like Notre Dame,
but being honest,
Notre Dame this weekend does not have a game to play. We'll get back to SEC in a second. Notre Dame does not play a game this weekend. Miami more than likely not going to play. I don't think they're playing. I think it's going to be. Oh, no, they're not, because it's Virginia and Duke. Okay, because of some crazy tiebreaker, 7-5 Duke is going to play against Virginia.
Oh, people are hot up here about Virginia, though. I'm telling you, everybody's happy as all get out up here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some folks jumping up and down about JMU possibly getting in also.
Absolutely.
So, for those of you unfamiliar, I'm from the Northern Virginia, and I'm not from the Northern Virginia area. I moved to Oklahoma from the Northern Virginia area, which is located right next to Washington, D.C., the Washington, D.C. region. Virginia is in Charlottesville.
Mm-hmm.
And Virginia Tech is in Blacksburg. And then you have James Madison University, which is in Harrisonburg, which is about an hour outside of Loudoun County. Outside of Loudoun County, Virginia. Yeah, outside of Loudoun County, Virginia, about northeast of Loudoun County, the area where Gainesville, Virginia, and the battlefield and the Manassas battlefield and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
So for those of you that are Civil War buffs, and they have a very small James Madison is a very small school that in the last 20 years has built a football dynasty at I
yeah,
think they came up through FCS, did they not?
I believe that's right. Yeah,
They came up through FCS and they were just beating everybody in the head. And they petitioned and got in the FBS, and they've been knocking heads in their conference. So there's a probability that they get in as well. So as much as you want to say, like, I don't think they wanted to leave Alabama out last year either, but Alabama had the 3
well, I
losses.
mean, to be honest with you, you look at it. I mean, I don't want to say this, but it's hard not to say it because when you see it, like you trust your eyes, and just the way it was with 7 downs. Us dropping 7, them going up 7. They keep them. It seems like they always keep them outside, just close enough where they can get in. You know what I mean? Now I
Well,
don't know.
it's the same thing. It's the same
I
thing
don't
with
know. I don't know who I am. I mean, I'm nobody from nobody, but I'm saying like just seeing it. They keep them close.
Well, yeah, because Nick Saban turned them into a very profitable
Didn't take much.
product, a very profitable product. I guarantee you ratings are going to be a lot of people like, oh my God, Alabama and Georgia again. Those are the people that wanted to see their team in, but the rest of the country is damn sure going to be tuned in because
Yeah.
it's the drama. It's like it was almost like the Bills going to the Super Bowl 4 times. By that 4th Super Bowl, the ratings were through the roof because everybody wanted to see if
Yeah.
the Bills were going to win the Super Bowl.
But I'm
It's
saying no
just,
disrespect. I mean, not disrespect. I'm just saying like they always seem to be on the cusp. I mean, like just where they can do something to get kind of get in there. They've always been good. I'm like I said, no disrespect. I'm saying, but
yeah.
I don't know.
So
Weird. That's a disrespect. Sorry.
I mean, for selfish reasons, I do hope that we win. No offense, Dana. Dana is again, like we mentioned, the Alabama fan.
Yeah.
We do know that Bama.
I agree, Dana.
Bama has had our number. Bama has just had our number. There's no point in this. At no point during the time that we have played each other over multiple decades where Georgia has ever held an advantage. I mean, there's been times when Florida has been better than Florida State. Florida State's been better than Florida. There's never been a time where Georgia has been dominant when we meet Alabama.
For sure. And Dana, I agree with you totally. Notre Dame needs to join the conference. They absolutely need to.
But they won't because they got their individual deal with NBC and they get to make all the money and they don't have to share
But
it with
didn't they
anybody.
join one like for just a couple like one season? They doing the ACC for something.
COVID.
Okay.
COVID
Well,
season because most of the independents had decided they weren't going to run. I mean, a lot of the teams they played said we're not fielding a team this year due to COVID, so they had to join a conference because otherwise they would have just not had a season.
No, I get it, but I do agree. It's easy to be an independent like that because they're always gonna be in. I mean, like
and again, if they don't play, they don't get the TV money. So it was in their best interest to join a conference that year so they could still get the NBC money.
Agreed. I got you. I understand the premise.
So
don't make it right.
Oh yeah, I'm there with you. So getting back to the game, Georgia really just needed to figure out how to shut down one asset, Haynes King. They don't have a strong running game. All they had to do was shut down Haynes King, and then it essentially was a wrap.
And essentially they did. I mean, like he had 10 carries for 39 yards. He was the leading rusher. And
he was their leading rusher. And remember, we talked about the fact that he was their lead. He is still their leading rusher at 800 some odd plus yards. I think he got over 9 for the season in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw for 181 yards, but didn't have any touchdowns and 1 interception. So once we figured out, okay, they can't run the ball, we've got him on lock.
That interception? That interception was fantastic.
Yes, I did see it. So Georgia winds up reigning victorious over the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. And of course, that means that the Dawgs, it didn't mean that the Dawgs were going to the SEC championship at that time. But then later on that evening, there was a game played between 2 teams from the state where the whole bunch of oil comes from, the state where they say that there's only 2 things that they produce. And one of them is steers. So the A&M Aggies played. Yeah, there's only two things come from Texas, and I don't see any horns. Um, Shout out to Full Metal Jack. You trying to squeeze it? You trying to squeeze it in on me? The Aggies took on the Longhorns, and man, bro, it wasn't even close. That right there, that performance was what we wanted to see from. That was what we wanted to see from Arch Manning. That's what we've been waiting on all year. That's the kid that they said was going to be the Heisman. That was a Heisman favorite at the beginning of the season. I mean, he didn't. His numbers weren't uber impressive.
Right.
His numbers were not uber impressive. Where are my? There they are.
No, they're on top of your head. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've got on contact lenses, but because they can only make them in one strength, I had to get some readers. So I can see I can see my computer screens, but to read this paper, I got to put these doggone readers on. So 17-27, Texas A&M falls to 11-1, eliminated from the SEC championship, which was, you can see the heartbreak on the kids' faces because they haven't won a conference championship since they came over 2012. Texas moves up to 9-3. The only time Texas A&M led was at halftime. After that, it was a wrap because Arch rallied the guys. 24-point second half. Marcel Reed threw 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. Meanwhile, Arch threw 1 touchdown and had a rushing touchdown. But the kicker to this was that A&M defense, which came back and shut down South Carolina in the second half of that game, gave up not 20, not 60, not 80, but 155 yards on 19 carries to Quintavion Wisner. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the difference maker, because if you can control the ball, you can control the clock. And that was all they did.
Yeah.
That was all they did.
But part of me, man, I mean, A&M's going to be in them regardless, right? I mean, they're going to be in the CFP. But part of me thinks that I'm not going to say they threw this game, but part of me thinks they did. I mean, I didn't understand why they did lose this game, because I mean, like, it was either they won. If they won, then we would play. We'd play them, actually, right? Is that right? Mm-hmm. And then if they lost and Bama lost, then we played Ole Miss. All Bama had to do was win. So
right. So
I'm just messing around. It just kind of looked like they said, "Okay, we're fine. We're in the CFP. We just don't want to be,
right." And a lot of teams would have done that. Some people say they deliberately threw the game because they didn't want to play Bama.
Yeah,
I call shenanigans because those kids, if you looked at their faces, they were really hurt. They wanted a chance to play for a conference championship, whether they thought they could win it or not, because they had not won a conference.
I think they had a good shot. I think they had a good shot of winning that next. I mean,
nah, man. The reason I say that is because I say this, and I don't normally hang my hat on stats that people give us. That we get from the talking heads and the 4-letter and things like that, just because any given Saturday. You understand what I'm saying? Like, case in point, Florida was not supposed to thump Florida State like that. It was probably, they thought it was going to be a close game by two. True. They thought it was going to be a 3-ring circus by 2 bumbling teams, and one of them was going to manage to figure out a way to win. Florida showed up and ran them off the field. Yeah. And of course, we have full faith. We have full faith and confidence in our coach, Mike Norvell, and we are going to have him come back as your coach next season. Good luck with that, Florida State fans. Sorry for the bad news that you guys got last week. But yeah, so I mean, if you look at who they played, look at the teams that Texas A&M played this season, man. They basically played the bottom half of the conference. Not that necessarily means anything, but this is who they played this season. They had their cupcakes against UTSA and Utah State. They played Notre Dame they beat Notre Dame at the beginning of the season. That was the one game that was worth something. Yeah. They beat Auburn. They beat Mississippi State. They beat Florida. They beat Arkansas. They beat LSU. They beat Missouri, and they beat South Carolina. What's that tell you? Oh, and Sanford. That was the pre-rivalry weekend. Think if you think about the collective record, as I'm looking at this, the only teams out of all of these that had a winning record was LSU and Missouri. Everybody else had a losing record this season, except Notre Dame also, but Notre Dame was a conference game.
Right.
They played the bottom half of the SEC. Not their fault. You got to play who you're scheduled against.
Exactly.
But you also had to be able to step up when you step to the big dogs.
Right.
And then
And
that was
with Dana's comment, I would kind of disagree there. I think his best game was against Arkansas. But you don't think so?
nah.
I mean,
Here's why.
he had records. He had 5 touchdowns. He had all this, that, and other thing. He didn't play a good game against him.
Let me stop you for a second. Who did they play again?
Arkansas.
That's it. That's all you need to say. They played.
That was
Arkansas.
his best game, though.
Yeah, but look, I could have my best game against. Listen, I'm 55 years old and I got a bad shoulder and a bad hip. I could have my best football game ever in life against Arkansas.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
I hear you, though. I hear you. I get you.
I'm still pretty good though. I'm just saying. But I could have my best game against Arkansas. Put me out there, have me a running back. I run it. They have me run the ball at least 4 times a quarter. I had me 3 touchdowns and run for about 257.
257.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, 4 times a quarter, because that's all you're gonna get out of me. If I break off an 85-yard play at the beginning of the quarter, that's gonna be my last play of the quarter. I'm gonna have to sit on. I'm gonna have to sit on oxygen till the next quarter.
Bring me the water, boy. Bring me some water and a cup of Valium and some shit.
Yes, sir. So then when they finally got the opportunity to step up to it,
agreed.
I mean, and for what it's worth, they played Notre Dame. They only beat check this out. They only beat Notre Dame by 1.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Auburn by 6.
Mm-hmm.
They had to come back against South Carolina. They were down by 30 points. They only beat Arkansas by 3. So what is that telling you, man? Like, if you look at that, all roads point to eventually somebody was going to get them, and it turned out to be Texas.
Yeah,
because Texas really, I mean, Texas still thinks they have an opportunity to get into the playoff, but they also wanted to play spoiler. Like, realistically speaking, they probably all know in the back of their mind, we got 3 losses. We're probably not getting in. But you know what? You know what every team loves to do when they know they're not getting in the playoffs and they're playing against somebody who has a shot to go to the playoffs? Play spoiler.
A la Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
It used to be Vanderbilt. They ain't no Vanderbilt no more. They ain't spoiler.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Listen, we used to get chastised by the homie Sean Spencer for calling him little brother. They're not little brother no more. They're not little. No, I'm sorry.
They came to the cookout for sure.
They came to the cookout and brought.
They didn't bring potatoes out either. They brought the ribs.
They came to the cookout and they brought good plates, good plates. So what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 37-minute mark. Again, this is This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz here, Calen P from the DMV right over there. We're talking Georgia football. Georgia beating Georgia Tech and advancing to the SEC championship. We're going to talk about that right after a short little break. So you guys stay tuned and don't go far, because we will be right the heck back. See you in just a minute. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so much for tuning into This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz here, Calen P from the DMV there. And we appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, 38-year-old male found him on the third rail of the line at Penn Station. They said 3 boys came down, beat him up, threw him around in a circle, then threw him on the third rail. The people's call that a shake and bake. Anyway, that was my really bad. That was
his only line in the whole show, wasn't it?
Yeah, he shows up. He shows up. He drops that one line, and then he disappears for the rest of the episode. I still got that comment up there, but yeah, she's right. Dana is right. That was his best game. We're gonna keep this thing moving on along here. We've taken our break, so next up, natural order, we're gonna talk about the SEC championship. The Dawgs are now in their their 5th consecutive SEC championship
in a row.
5th consecutive SEC championship in a row, dating back to 2021, to the season they lost to Bama, then wound up winning the national championship, then wound up beating LSU. They wound up losing to Alabama did they lose to Alabama the following year? Then last year they beat Texas, and this year again we're facing off against Bama. So, as one of our favorite comedians likes to say,
all I can tell y'all is that it's about to go down.
Yes, it is. Takes place in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this coming Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern for those of you on the East Coast. I don't know what the line is right now. Do we have a line yet, Collin?
Yes, sir. 2.5. We are 2.5, and the over/under is, I think it was 47 something.
Oh God, I would definitely bet the over. They're gonna score more.
47.5 over/under 2.5 us. Right,
I think that well, it's going to be a hard-fought game, but if Ty Simpson is clicking on all cylinders, I don't know. Hey, Dana, is Jam? You know what? I forgot to look that up. Dana, can you tell us if Jam Miller is what his expected status is for the game this Saturday? Jam Miller did go out in like the 3rd quarter, maybe early 4th quarter with some type of injury. Don't have a status on him yet. I was looking through the internet. I couldn't find anything. We're missing our junior center and star player Drew Bobo, son of offensive coordinator Mike Bobo, who's been absolutely phenomenal this season.
We were talking about that. It was like it kind of like, well, to me, I mean, it looked like it had some kind of effect on Gunner. I don't know if that is the case. I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, I know Georgia Tech had us covered, smothered, and and as far as the
scattered, chunked, and diced.
Yeah, I mean, they had us covered in the back or in the receiving, our receivers, what have you. So it looked like he was puzzled. I didn't think he had a great game against Georgia Tech, but I don't know if that was the case. But I don't. I mean, obviously, there's more to hiking the ball. As a center, you got to know all the obviously the plays as you got to know as much as the quarterback, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, it may be. I don't know. I wish him well. I hope he gets better. I hope Bobo gets better because he has been one of the
rock of he's been the rock of the offensive line. Call it what it is.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I was trying to find a word, but English is hard.
Remember, we said Tate Ratledge is going to the NFL, and what are we going to do? I mean, that guy has been the anchor.
Hey, but he definitely pumped up though. I mean, like Bobo was a little bit, he was dicey at the beginning of the season, but hey, he turned the corner. Like he is the integral part of the offensive line, and everybody was healthy. Until the end of the season, we returned the corner there too. So I hate to see him, him being with the boot on the sideline, but hopefully he was able to play, if not for the SEC championship, hopefully for the CFP. But that remains to be seen. We'll see. But dude. I mean, honestly, about the game, about the SEC championship, it's just it to me, honestly, is the secondary. I mean, the secondary's got to do something. I mean, honestly, and that it.
Well, our secondary has definitely leveled up. They're not getting beat on big plays like we did against Tennessee.
But that's our Achilles heel, dog. I mean, it's just like if the big plays come, it's going to be the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, like honestly, I don't think we give up a big run. I mean, we do have trouble wrapping up time to time, but it's the wide open field. That's what kills us all the time.
Oh yeah, if somebody gets out in open field, you can't let Jam Miller get out in the open field because he will run away from you. You saw
that's how Simpson will pick us apart,
before he got hurt. So we definitely can't let that happen because that's 100% what happened when we played Alabama to begin with the first time.
Agreed.
I mean, just looking at the stat line here for Alabama, Ty Simpson, Ty kind of was hit or miss.
Well, we held him. Honestly, we held him okay. I mean, like to be all said and done, we held him okay the last game. I mean, like honestly, we did lose by 3 points, but I mean, we held him okay.
I mean, honestly, if it were not for the fact of if it were not for a missed pass in the end zone, that would have been a win for Georgia.
Or not
Georgia would
kicking
be
that
one
field goal
score
when we
to
should have kicked that field goal. But that's anyway.
right. Well, there's no telling how that would have gone with the field goal being kicked. But I mean, that pass right there, they got dropped. That was a touchdown. That would have been, game
Agreed.
over.
Yeah. Well, if
But
and
I mean,
the
last time we played each other, I mean, Ty Simpson ate us up 276 yards, 2 touchdowns. They kept Gunner running the whole game. The one bright spot was Chauncey Bowens had 119 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
And CJ Allen had 5 solo tackles and Cole had 1 sack. So I mean, there's not much as far as receiving yards or sacks or tackles because that was fairly even. But that pass game ate us up 100%.
Yeah. Forgive me, I can't remember. Is KJ out or is CJ Allen? CJ Allen's still in. I mean, he's still good, but didn't KJ get hurt?
Yeah, KJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, hang on. Am I mistaken? Hang on one second. But CJ Allen.
I'm
go ahead. I'm sorry.
CJ Allen went and had a procedure earlier that week so he could play in that game.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll be
available. Bolden. Is it Bolden? Shit, man. I don't know. What am I doing here?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about him yet. There's still not really anything on him yet. I was looking at him earlier. The DB from Beaufort, Georgia. Yeah, I don't have anything on him. Don't have anything on him yet. Thank you for bringing me back. He's got 25 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, and 3 dependent passes. I don't know. Don't have anything on him. Let's see what news we've got on him right now since I've got it pulled up. Let's see. He got hurt against when we played against Texas. I don't know. There's no news here. And of course, Kirby's probably going to keep it close to the vest anyway. Even they can say he broke his arm in 5 places, and Kirby say, "Well, we're still evaluating him. He's day to day.
Just a bone bruise.
Tis but a scratch." So I mean,
so we got looking at the tackles. You got CJ Allen. You got Raylan Wilson at the top of it. CJ Allen is balling out, dude. He's got 42 solo tackles, 38 assists, total tackles 80. He's got 3.5 sacks for yards 15, pass defended 3. He got fumble force 2, fumble recovery 1. I mean, he's been balling out. I mean, that dude has been kicking it.
Yeah, he has. And when he got hurt, I was like, oh man, we can't lose him too. But he managed to come back. I don't think he was out but 1 game, right?
I think that's right. Yeah, I was happy to see him. And he was played against Tech, I believe, and he actually had a very good game against them. But yeah, so that's the one I equated to like Nakobe Dean or one of the captains or one of the the bright spots on our defense.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, I mean, I don't think there will never be anybody like Nakobe, but at the same point,
oh man, dude, Nakobe.
No, wasn't that such a like
Nakobe is still a monster, dude. And I mean, that I don't think. I mean, there have been some dynamic defensive duos before, but I mean, you got Big Baby on the line, blocking up holes and holding people up, and then Nakobe is just coming in and just that hit he put on Dak was something.
What I'm saying, like when I sent out that breakdown he did with the defense, he said Dawgs on 3, Dawgs 1 2 3, Dawgs. He said, this is our how, that kind of motivation. I mean, like, dude, how could you not want to run to a wall? But then talking, but
100%. So let's talk about keys to victory. One of the biggest things that we've got to do is we've got to figure, just like we had to figure out Haynes King, we've got to figure out a way to, whatever it was that Auburn did during the first half of the game to kind of keep Ty Simpson in check. I mean, even though it was a 1-score game, Auburn did a pretty good job of keeping him from really going ham. He had a great game, but they kept him from really going ham. And we've got to figure out that solution right there to figure out what it was to keep him in check. We also, if Jam Miller is 100% and he comes back, we're going to have to figure out a way to keep him in check as well. One thing I do say about our defense is the defense. Oh my God, I don't know where this defense came from, but we could have used them earlier in the season. That is for sure.
I think honestly, it's a balance between like a blitz package and just securing the secondary. I mean, I think we have a hard time with that. I mean, I think if we just bring the house, but at the same point, we've got to be conscious of what that brings to the secondary. You know what I mean? I've been saying that, all year and all last year. I mean, it's just if we bring the house, I mean, we need to blitz. We need blitz packages. Like, I mean, not every down, but I mean, we got to bring the house. And that's the thing is, if we can get him, if we get Hank, I mean, sorry, I said Hank, but if we get pressure, that's where we're going to win.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we can't blitz every down because eventually you're going to find yourself in a situation like what LSU found themselves in with two safeties trying to pull in and blitz with a wide receiver behind them, all by himself, and we definitely don't.
I think that's why like Auburn actually had success. I mean, like they were blitzing almost virtually every down. I mean, I saw. I mean, they were blitzing. They were bringing it. I mean, 3, 4, 5. I mean, like they didn't bring much more. I mean, like 5 that much, but I mean, they were bringing the house 3, 4, 5. Boom. And it seemed to take effect. But then again, we had that. Like I said, we have Achilles heel. Like our secondary is not horrible, but I mean, we are susceptible to say the least. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but we could get burnt easily.
Yeah, we can. So let's go ahead and sum this up because we want to move on to some other subjects here. So what do you think is the number one key to victory for this game?
Well, obviously, it's quarterback pressure. Blitz. Turnovers, obviously. Whoever wins the turnover game is going to win the ball game, in my opinion.
Oh God, yeah. And Bama definitely came up big on that at the end of the game with a couple of fumble recoveries.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, that's it. I mean, like just control the turnovers and win the turnover game and quarterback pressure and on offense minimize mistakes. No interceptions, that kind of stuff.
Agreed, man. Agreed. I couldn't agree with you more. Actually, Dana says here, third down efficiency,
right?
The impact of injuries on both teams,
absolutely,
and all types of offensive strategies.
Now,
efficacy. I'm sorry. Third down efficacy.
English
is hard.
Hey, is she from? Dana, you from Bama? I can relate. I'm just gonna say. I'm not gonna give you any. I'm not gonna give you any funny stuff. I'm just saying I can relate. English is tough.
Yes,
Math
it is.
Because
it is. Because think about that. I'm gonna use that last word you just used there because you got TOUGH, which is tough, and you got ROUGH, which is rough, but then you got BOUGH, and that's bow. Huh?
Yes, and thought and bought.
And then you got THOUGS, and that's dough. So you got rough, tough, and then you got bow. I mean, like, what are they doing? I don't know.
They just did it to mess us up. English is a messed up language.
Yeah. Like Cat Williams say, knife, N-I-F-E. She said, no, you left out a K. She said, no,
hold on, let me stop you. My mama's gonna kill me, but I have to tell this story. We went to Olive Garden. Me to be man, my dad and mom. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling this, but it's hilarious. You're gonna die laughing. She goes, "Do you want some ganaki?" Gnocchi, ganaki. And I'm hoping she was being funny, but I know she wasn't. You have her phone number, don't you? Why don't you text her and say I said that story? You want some ganaki? You want some ganaki? Do you want something? And I said it probably like 17 times during our
man.
meal too. I thought that was hilarious.
Stop, Collin. Stop. Okay, we're
I
gonna move on.
love my mama to death, but that was hilarious.
Oh, Mama P. I'm just gonna move on to the next subject there, because just so he don't get
No, it's
himself in
funny.
any more trouble. So our next subject we could talk about around the SEC rivalry week. We kind of touched on it a little bit here during the segment where we talked about Georgia versus Bama, but we talked about Texas A&M versus Texas. We know how that went. A&M knocked out of SEC championship contention with the loss to Texas. That slot now goes to Georgia. If Bama had lost, Ole Miss would have moved in, but Bama, of course, did what they did. They won over Auburn, and the score there was 27-10. Ty Simpson, 122 yards, 3 touchdowns. All 3 of those were to Isaiah Horton. Connor Talty, bright spot here. Look, I got to give some love to Connor Talty. Connor Talty has had all kinds of troubles with with field goals this year, but guess what? He knocked through 3 of 3. He was perfect from wherever he kicked it.
Put some respect on my name.
That's what he had to say about that. And then as he was leaving the field, he also said this.
You like that?
That's what he said. So Connor Talty, a perfect 3 of 3. And that's not a whole lot I have to add there. I mean, we kind of touched on that. We touched on that during the we touched on that a bit when we talked about the SEC championship. We've already talked about Georgia versus Georgia Tech with a 16-7 win.
We got to talk about the elephant in the room, man. Elephant in the room.
We talked about. We'll get there. Don't get ahead of me. We talked about Texas versus Texas A&M, LSU versus OU number 8. It came down to one play where Satania managed to sneak behind the defense and run for a 58-yard touchdown. He had 121 yards receiving. OU dominated all the stats. Mateer he did throw 3 interceptions, and he had everybody wanted to hang him in effigy. It was kind of like that Dr. Pepper commercial where they were ready to fire the coach, and then he opened up the garage and showed them all the Dr. Pepper. So Mateer threw his 3rd pick of the day, and people were booing him, and then he threw that touchdown at the end of the game, and everybody was ready to buy him a beer. So there was no AP movement on that one. OU stays ranked at number 8. LSU falls to 7-5. And somehow they managed to lose and be eliminated from any type of playoff contention, and they still get a bowl game, and they'll get a new coach. I wonder who that could possibly be. More on that in just a bit. Vanderbilt, the 1 for me, the 2 for me was Vanderbilt. I'm going to borrow a term from a guy I follow. His name is RJ Young. He is not on a step mill. As RJ Young would like to say, they stomped the hole in Tennessee and walked it dry. Tennessee comes in ranked at number 19, Vandy at number 14. And Tennessee was expected to do great things with Joey Aguilera. They wound up dropping a couple that should not have. And man, Vanderbilt, Diego Pavi said, you know what, you guys might be good, but I got to have this tonight, because even if they don't put us in the CFP, I'm going to show these people what I'm all about.
And not to cut you off, but I'm saying, like, if Texas is going to, bark and blah, blah, blah about, 3 losses being in the CFP. Now, I mean, it's so sad to see Vanderbilt not being able to get in there. You know what I mean? I get it. I get all that garbage. I get all this, that, and the other thing. And I mean, they've had the best season of Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? And it just sucks that they don't have that kind of, I guess, I don't know, to get there to the end. But anyway, I mean, I'm just saying it sucks for them. I mean, I know we drag them all the time. We used to drag them all the time, but I've become a fan.
We ain't dragging them no more because
no, I become a fan, dude. I mean, my question is though, not to get off kilter here. I mean, we'd love to do that, but get off the sidebar here. It's just what comes with after Pavia? When he's gone. I mean, do you think Clark Lee's got something to kind of build off of? After he's gone, or is Clark Lee, on Pavia's heels after he's out?
Yeah, it's kind of like with the Chanticleers and Grayson McCall left down at Coastal Carolina. By the way, who fired their coach here? Yeah, it's just been a crazy coaching carousel. We'll get into that in just a little bit as well. Don't go far. We're going to wind up running a little long tonight, but we have so many things we want to talk about.
I'm
So,
sorry. I've been a little chatty tonight. I'm sorry.
nah, that's fine. We got a lot to talk about, man. You think about it, man. We have finished the entirety of the regular college football season, and it seemed like just yesterday we were like, can't wait for football, can't wait for football, can't wait for football. Now it's almost done. We're getting
That's
ready to have
always how it happens, bro. It's just like we're waiting for it to get here, and then it just goes so quickly. I mean, so does our age. So, but
Yeah, it does. It
you
does.
know,
It 100%
unfortunately,
does. But unfortunately for Diego Pavia, his brother wound up
yeah.
getting the clink because he wanted to fight some people, and he
Yeah.
had quite a bit to drink. And I made reference to in a video last night that is kind of very reminiscent of another brother of another young man who happens to be an NFL quarterback who has a brother who kind of
You tend to
wanted
think you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof when your brother is who they are, and you think you're the same person, and you're not.
right. It's basically coattail riding off his brother's fame and found himself in a little bit of trouble. Notice that he has been very, very quiet since he found himself in a little bit of a pickle. But yeah, LSU never in playoff contention. A team that started off with
Wow.
I think ranked in the top 10
Yeah.
and wound up finishing 7-5. They'll still get a bowl game, but a very disappointing season. Wound up losing their coach Brian Kelly about midway through the season. Now picking up a new coach. Like I said, we'll get into that in just a bit.
But you look at who they lost to last weekend. Look at Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's 10-2. I mean, they we kind of like to give them garbage too. Kind of give them a little bit, little ribbon here and there. But I mean, they're 10-2, 6-2 in the SEC. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
here's the spot that got me though. Here's the spot that got me. The stat line, Vandy, Tennessee. Vandy was never known as a team with a lot of defensive prowess. They had 4 sacks against Tennessee.
yeah. Oh, dude, they were playing them hard. Did you watch any of that game? Oh,
Yeah.
They were hitting, bro. They were hitting.
I mean, those guys were out there. They were out to prove something. It's like, look, we gonna show you who we are.
But look at Aguilar. Aguilar had 300 yards. He had 300 yards in a touchdown. I mean, like he wasn't no slouch.
I just want to make sure that those of you that are watching it may not be in the know that just like football and you happen to be watching this, whether it's live or replay. If you are a quarterback, and if you are a quarterback in the SEC, and if you are a quarterback in the SEC playing for one of the teams that might be just below the top tier, at one point was a top tier team, is very good, making its way back to top tier, and your quarterback throws for close to 300 yards in a game, generally you should win that game. Didn't happen. You know why? Because the team from the other side had a quarterback that threw for 268 yards and then ran for 165.
Yes. They'll do it every time.
What are you gonna do?
Every time. ERTIME. Every time.
You forgot the apostrophe.
My man.
And then last but not least, the one that I hate to give this team props because we hate them so much, but the Florida Gators, same Florida Gators that fired their coach, the same Florida Gators that said last year, well, he won us 3 or 4 games at the end of the season. We're going to bring Billy Napier back, and then fired him. Those same Florida Gators not only beat FSU, they embarrassed FSU.
Look here, your boy Jaden. Now I'm sorry to cut you off. I know you're good in there. Your boy Jaden went off.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
No, I know. I didn't mean to cut. I'm not going to steal you. I ain't going to steal your shine. But keep going.
No. We're going to do a tag team on this. Jaden Ball had 38 carries.
Yeah.
Now that is a heavy load. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let y'all figure out, if those of you that hadn't seen the video I put out yesterday, I'm gonna let y'all do some mental math and figure out how many yards Jaden Ball carried. How many yards Jaden Ball ran for on those 38 carries.
How many?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I got this in.
Now. I'm not gonna steal your shine. I'm gonna say there was 2 other running backs, or 2 other rushing guys. So you had Lagway had 3 carries for -1 yard, and you had another one, KD Daniels, 4 carries for 7 yards. There was only one more running back, but the rushing. And I'm gonna let you do it, Fingers.
I'm gonna pass it back to you. So 38 carries. All right. 38 carries. And I know you've done the mental math. Some of you are probably thinking 150, 160-ish. Collin, would you do me a favor and please inform the good people how many yards Mr. Jaden Ball carried the football for, toted the rock for, busted heads for, cracked a couple of kneecaps for in this game?
He cradled that pigskin for 38 carries for 266 yards. Am I reading that right?
You know that
Am I
dude?
reading that right?
Wait, do you know that dude that does videos where he picks up the ribs and the meat falls off? Watch me throw my glasses.
Yeah,
those are readers. They only cost like $2 a piece. I can do that.
It just walks off.
266 yards.
2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Now, them touchdowns probably, I don't know, what was his longest? His longest was 22. Longest run was 22 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 266 yards. And if you look at the Florida rushing, if you look at the stat line, if you look at the stats.
I'm sorry. I had to find my glasses. I really can't see. Go ahead.
Well, on your head again?
I threw him. I did the thing. He drops the meat and then he throws his glasses.
Oh, yeah, he just walks off. That's funny you should say that because I just saw him. I saw like 4 or 5 videos in a row of him. And that dude's hilarious. Is that the meat fall on the bone? He just walked on.
Yeah.
Throws everything. But 266, I mean, me and you both knew that boy was bad. Well,
I didn't know he was that bad, though.
No, we're not that bad.
We definitely shut him down.
But yeah.
We definitely shut him down. Well, ladies, so that's it. That's a wrap up on rivalry week.
But if you look at the stat line, I mean, bro, that he ate it up. I mean, you got like Michael Sturban, 3 receptions, 58 yards, touchdown. You had Mazzell, 3 receptions for 46 yards. Nobody really did anything but him. He ran that game. That was him. He was him.
Indeed. So having said all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this thing moving along. We're going to take another really, really quick break this go around. We're going to come back and we're going to hit it and quit it. We got a couple of more stories we want to talk about. We got a small story that's going to lead into a big story. So you guys stay tight. I'll take things that could be taken in another manner for 400, Alex. You guys sit tight and we'll be
man.
I'm so sorry. I had to go to break so I could crack up. I really did.
This is one for the books, man. I don't think my cheeks hurt because I've been laughing so much.
Dude, man. So you guys just stay tight. We'll be right back. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that.
I'm tripping off Ganaki.
Oh man, Ganaki. You still on Ganaki. We go.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Don't get me started again, sir. Don't get me started again. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of action in the SEC. There was a lot of action in the SEC this past week. Of course, we know that we knew way before we should have that a certain coach from a certain squad was potentially considering moving to another team, and good God, it turned everything into a doggone circus.
Everybody, body knew what was going on. He was just delaying the inevitable. I mean, unfortunately, that is what it was. And you know what? I mean, what really sucks is the internet is forever. I mean, there's been people posting like stuff that he had been posting on X and or previously, I guess, called Twitter or whatever. There was one quote that he quoted, there's some kind of like, about staying where you need to stay and this, that, and other thing, whatever. Everything. I mean, everything's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. I mean, it's just that it's the way it is.
I hope
It's
not.
like money.
I hope not. I've been bitten in the ass by a dog before when I was a postal carrier.
Well,
It
no,
wasn't
but
fun.
of course, you should know that. Why the hell you want to be a postman? You know, you heard on Friday that you grab a dog and you choke him. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're right. Every day you choke him, bang, 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 all day long, foot up a dog's ass.
But no, but you understand what I'm saying. It's like everybody. I mean, that's the way college football is. I mean, I'm being serious. I'm being honestly. It's like the way that things are with the coaches, all with the players. I mean, the players are in the portal. I mean, they have no kind of stipulations or anything. Now, I think they're kind of going toward that now. But I mean, you follow the money. I mean, like, and if anybody, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, the way he left. I mean, you may have a little different.
Well, wait a minute, we hadn't got there yet.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We hadn't got there yet. Dan, are you sure you?
I got opinion. I got very big opinions on this.
Okay, we do too. I mean, I do too.
We do. We third person.
Yeah, we are speaking we are speaking in the royal we. We are not amused. No, we talk about the Nintendo Wii. No, so what wound up happening is during the course of the season, Auburn fired Hugh Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Arkansas fired their head coach. Florida fired Hugh Freeze. Not Hugh Freeze. Oh my God, I just fired Hugh Freeze twice. Boy, they talk about stay tight. Florida. Stop it, Bubba Sparks. Florida fired Billy Napier, Sunbelt Billy. And today Mark Stoops was fired, but that's a little bit late in the game. So all of these teams were playing with interim coaches. Okay, every single one of them was playing with an interim coach. Why? You ask, I'm glad you asked, because everybody knew before they were supposed to that there was a coach that was coaching someplace else, one of the premier coaches in FBS football,
and
was considering leaving his program to go coach someplace else. So everybody just put all of their coaching searches on hold. Everybody. Okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. It was Lane Kiffin, y'all. Lane Kiffin. If you have been living under a rock, Lane Kiffin. Everybody knew when he got on a plane and he went to Florida and he went to Louisiana, and supposedly even Auburn thought they were going to have a shot at picking him up. But then immediately he said he wasn't interested in a job at Florida. He wasn't interested in a job at Auburn. And after the game on Saturday, the reporter talked to him and he said, I just got to go and pray about it.
He did.
Yeah, he didn't pray about it. He said that because it sounded good on TV. He already knew what he was going to do. His agent was already inking the deal while he was walking off the field on Saturday.
Well, bro, how can we all be surprised? We have seen this happen time and time again. Not speaking of any certain coach from USC. You know what I mean?
You mean the guy that left a certain towns?
The lie he didn't tell.
The guy that left a certain team that might be about 30-40 minutes south of here and drove out
then
west.
You got Brian Kelly. I don't name drop his ass because I don't understand I don't agree with how he left, and then Kiffin taking his spot after a year or whatever. Like, I don't know if we can get any worse, but we're gonna see. We'll see what happens. We probably can, but we'll see.
Well, we'll peep this. So after, and the reason I say coaching carousel, wow, this picture they have of him, I wish I had uploaded it so I could show it to you. It's go to This Week in the SEC on Facebook. There's a picture posted of the coaching carousel. Lane Kiffin looks like a very angry HOA mom. He does. God. Seriously, he's got the visor on and his hair is kind of in that little. He's got the headset on, so the back of his head is in that little. That is not an HOA approved front door color look. Anyway, so then Auburn winds up picking up Alex Golish. Arkansas picks up Ryan Silverfield. Florida hires John Summerall. Ole Miss hires their defensive coordinator.
Hired straight up. There ain't no interim, nothing. He's the coach.
Yeah, right. They just hired him flat out. So he goes and says, "Hey, I'm leaving," but then he goes, "Hey, can I still coach?" The man, I'm pretty sure the AD looked at him like he grew a third head. What? Leave you here for another potential 3-4 weeks so you can poach the whole coaching staff and half the team? Man, if you don't take your crap and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, like he didn't even give it. They didn't give him a chance to address the team. And like we talked off camera, I was like, there's been reports of leaked audio of the team being told that the defense coordinator being promoted, I guess, in no certain terms. I mean, the head coach, and then Lane's gone, and everybody
they gave him a standing ovation.
Absolutely, it's like Gunner coming in with Beck getting hurt against Texas. It was just that's the way it was.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, because like Lane had, and honestly, money talk. Don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry,
money talk.
Bro, I'm sorry. You got a team that's on the verge of going to the national.
You can't be surprised, Fingaz. You can't be surprised because it's happening.
Nah, dog. I'm not trying to step up on. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to step up on a step stool or anything like that. But like I'm sorry, if I got a group of kids that I have coached, and some of them I've had for the entirety of the time in there in college, because they've been there for 6 years, and I've coached them up. I've gotten them this close to the conference championship. They didn't get there, but they're still going to the college football playoffs and potentially go to the national championship. If I have anything in the works, my agent is handling that, and he's not telling me. I don't want to know nothing until the season is over, because I promised these boys, I dedicated myself to these boys. I'm going to see this through to the finish.
Yeah, and I agree. There's no more morality in the sport at all. I mean, like, it came with the portal with the players. I mean, it started with the coaches, because they would sit there and like, it's happened time and time again at the podium, where the coaches would lie to your face and say, "Oh, I bleed this, that, and the other color in the world," and then when next thing smoking out of town with with the money. And it is what it is. And we've talked about this, me and you. I mean, I know you feel the same way I do. Like, I don't understand the whole thing where you're in a program where you have built this program from basically nothing. Not saying Ole Miss was nothing, but I mean, they were close to it. But Lane has built them to where they are, and you just want to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you totally. But I mean,
he's got him that far away from being an annual contender.
I agree, but that is my thing with him. But this whole shit going on, excuse my language, this whole thing going on is, him trying to kind of blackmail them, or not blackmail them, kind of, I guess, twist them a little bit, saying that he wanted to coach the playoff or coach the whatever it was, the champion, whatever, coaching the SCFP before he leaves. And if they don't let him, he's taking all his coaches with him. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the whole blackmail kind of twist and arm, and that's not the way it goes. And then he said he turned over a leaf, and maybe God-fearing man, maybe new relationship with God, or whatever the case may be. Don't seem like it. I mean, the dude he was trying to blackmail him. He wanted to get out of there when he wanted to get out of there, and it was all about him.
And that was my point. And the AD, kudos to the AD.
I mean, I would call kudos to get the hell out.
Like, there have been 2 times this season where I really said kudos. Number one was when Josh Heupel told Nico, "I'm in Liava. No, we're not giving you any more money."
Oh, that was money. I love that. I love to see that.
He said, "I want more money."
You go to California, you enjoy them taxes.
I want more money, or I'm leaving. See you later.
Reminds me of,
this
not to cut you off, but that reminds me of not Big Daddy, but Mr. D's. I want money, or y'all can suck. Boom, right in the mouth. And then he calls it Daddy. Mr. Ward. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. So.
But no, I'm in a total agreement with you.
And that's what I was going to say. The AD who said, "Look, I'm not going to have you here, because what you're going to do is you're going to try and poach off my coaches, and you're going to try and poach off these players, and we're not having that."
Now, do we know if he actually did take his assistant coaches with him, or do we know that yet, or do we?
Let's see. I had that pulled up somewhere. It said there were like 2 or 3 of the coaches that actually have publicly said that they're going to follow him to LSU.
Now,
But
how about the players? I mean, like, how many people going to hit the portal and try to get over to LSU now? I mean, that's the thing is
it
where
doesn't.
it gets stupid.
It does not sound to me like it's a whole heap and hell of a lot of them that are interested in following them. Because I mean, if they gave a standing ovation for Pete when Lane left,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, all this garbage
well,
about him.
here's you know what though, the other thing with that is they can't enter the portal until the season is over anyway. So there's no
Right.
way for us
That
to
did
tell
change. You're right.
how many
You're
of
right.
these guys are leaving. They
Yeah,
can't. So
that did
if they
change.
wind up
That did
playing,
change.
let's just play what if. Let's say let's say the players get inspired, they run the table, they win the national championship. That means that
Now,
these guys are not allowed to put their names in a transfer portal until January. And
but you
mind
know
you,
what, man? Honestly, what I'm seeing is like this is the same thing that happened to Kelly in Notre Dame. Honestly, I think Ole Miss is going to have like a fire in their behind. You know, and all this stuff going on, and they got a defensive coordinator that now has since now been named the coach. I think they're going to be playing for everybody. They're going to be playing for the defensive the now coach, and they're going to be playing for each other. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be like kind of a. That's just me personally looking at it. I think it's going to be like an opposite of what you would think. You know?
yeah. I don't know.
I don't understand.
Well, I agree.
To your point, though, it's like building something from not necessarily nothing, but building something to something, and then taking off. I just don't understand that mentality. I don't get it. I don't understand. I never did.
Well, you said it.
I mean, it's money, but still, I don't understand.
Well, you said it yourself, man. You said it yourself. Is that, and I said it last night. What I said last night was he has done a disservice to the young men in this program because he went and talked to these kids' parents and assured them, "I will be here for your son every step of his career at Ole Miss.
You know
I will
what's crazy?
mentor him.
They're
I will tutor
politicians,
him.
though.
I will teach him."
They are politicians. These head coaches are politicians. I mean, like, for lack of a better word, they're politicians. I mean, that's what I look at.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know there's a part of that too, but I mean, why would you go and say that? Like, if it was, and I'm just speaking for me, if it were me, and this school's over here waving $100 million contract, the only way I'm leaving these kids is if the school says your services are no longer needed.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving these kids because I made a commitment to them.
no.
Now, if I get hired someplace else, will I maybe send a text or two, or maybe the coach? I mean, maybe the kids might reach out and be like, "Hey, coach, what's good? Can I come down there?" Sure.
So
if I got space.
let me ask you this. So we've had this conversation, you and I. But I mean, like, when you're getting 90 million, like I don't know what he was getting at Ole Miss. I mean, I'm sure it was upwards of
$9 million a year.
He was getting $9 million a year. Okay, so what is he getting at LSU? So I mean, that was 100. It was 91.
I think it was
7 years.
I think it was 12. I believe. I think
But
it was
anyway,
12 years.
But what I'm saying is, like, what are you looking at? Like, what? I mean, I'm trying to put myself in his frame of mind. For him going from a place that kind of where Kirby's situation is right now, he has a key to the state. Like he's there. He's been there for a minute. He can do what he wants to do when he wants to do it, and nobody bats an eye, right? What would make you for a couple $1 million? I know you said, $1 million. But when you get to a certain number of $1 million that you're making a year, I don't understand the point. Like, what is the upgrade? What is the upgrade is what I'm saying from Ole Miss to LSU. What is the typical? I mean, like, what is he seeing as far as an upgrade?
I don't know. There's plenty of money in Mississippi. And this is another thing that I said.
Well, plenty of money in the SEC.
Well, watch this. Watch this. I said this last night. Lane Kiffin, at some point, is going to retire from coaching football.
Soon.
When he retires,
soon
he is going to be he is going to have all that money and zero legacy.
Absolutely. And that's another point.
Think about the guys that coach. Like what's your boy's name that was at Ohio State that left and then he was in Cincinnati for a minute? Urban Urban Meyer. Yeah, Urban had some problems with his players, but Urban knew how to build programs. He's got a legacy at Florida. He's got a legacy at Ohio State.
I mean, he had legacy as long as Tebow was there. Like he left
Yeah.
soon as, like I understand his heart problem,
Right,
but I mean,
and then you
whatever
got
it is, but he left.
man,
He
that heart problem didn't come up until they started losing, and then he started having he started having chest pains at Ohio State when he started losing. That was a ruse to get out. Now check this, peep this. Joe, I mean, let me run some names by you.
Go ahead.
Eddie Robinson, who up until about maybe 3 or 4 years ago was a winningest coach in the history of college football.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Paterno, Vince Dooley, the old ball coach Steve Spurrier.
All these are legacies. I get you.
Pete Carroll over at USC. Pete Carroll at USC. What was the guy's name at Texas that coached Texas forever and they had national championships? Paul Bear Bryant, Nicholas J. Saban, Vincent John Dooley.
Where you're going with this, and I agree.
Vincent John Dooley. What I'm saying by this is these guys coached, and some of them went to multiple schools and coached, but they coached and they were dedicated to the teams that they were there for, and they stayed and they built legacies. All of them.
Fair, we don't have the way football is now. College football wasn't the way college football is now. But I mean, I agree. I mean, total agreement with you right now. But that right there has got moral standpoint, in my opinion. Like, I mean, dude, it's what I think it is, though. I mean, like, honestly, your coaches are doing this, so it sets a precedent for the players. You know what I mean? It's just they see the coaches doing what they're doing. It's like, oh, I can do the same shit.
Well, that was already the argument, though, because a lot of people were getting mad.
There's no loyalty anywhere.
A lot of people were getting mad because the guys that were supposed to be the star players are getting mad, leaving schools for bigger NIL deals. Like the coaches have been doing it for years. But the thing with that is a lot of those coaches were not necessarily good coaches. But we're talking about a Lane Kiffin who finally found his.
Oh yeah, he found God and everything. He don't drink.
No. He found his wheelhouse at Ole Miss. And has turned that school. He's got that school right there.
Yes,
man. And Pete Golden takes that school over, takes that program over,
it's
and
gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen,
and it goes in the toilet.
It's gonna freaking happen. It's gonna happen because I do think that whoever Lane talked to, I mean, be it Saban, the AD or the counselor or consulate, whoever they talked to, who he did, he made a bad move. I mean, it's just. But like I said, though, when you're a millionaire, what does it matter with a couple of million? I mean, I'm not there, so I can't tell you. But at the same point, I know
it's a pride. Listen, it's a
pride thing. I get it.
It's a thing about pride. It's a.
They want you. I get it, but
it's a hot dog. It's a hot dog measuring contest. I can't say it's a junk. Well, let me get this out. It's a junk measuring contest. It's like every dude's got this thing. Okay, so if you don't believe me, Nick Saban, one of the greatest coaches to ever do it, may go down as the greatest coach in the history of college football. Nick Saban had a clause in his contract. If anybody else got a raise that put them over him, he automatically got the raise to match them because he wanted to be the highest paid coach in college football. However, he earned that because they were winning a national championship every other season. They were winning the SEC championship every other year. He'd already won a national championship at LSU. I think he won a national championship at the other team, the other school he was coaching.
Well, at the Kiffin school now, I mean, he won one at LSU.
Yeah. So wait, hold on, not finished yet. So then now I guarantee you, Kirby's got a clause in his contract that if anybody gets a raise over and above what he gets, that they're going to pay him to make sure he's the highest paid guy in college football. Because right now, I mean, Ryan Day's doing his thing, but right now Kirby's the guy. So here's what we got. Now we got Lane Kiffin, and it says right here, he's got a potential to have the highest paid contract in college football. His salary would increase to make him the highest paid coach if he wins a national championship. He wants all the respect. He wants all the respect, the glitz, the glamour of being the highest paid coach in college football, but he hasn't gotten to the top of the mountain yet. Kirby earned that. Kirby won 2 national championships back to back. Kirby Kirby right now has Georgia in their 5th consecutive 5. Like Cat Williams say, consecutive. You know what
1, 2, 3,
consecutive means? There's
10.
one right after the MF and other, and they don't miss not a one. This is the 5th year in a row that Georgia has been to the SEC championship, and I think the 6th time or 7th time, the 8th time in the 10 years that Kirby has been at the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 national championships. They're going to the SEC championship this weekend, going to the CFP, and might win another national championship. He earned that. What has Lane Kiffin done to earn that?
I mean, nothing. What I'm saying is it is a measuring contest, but I'm telling you what. I mean, forgive my language. King Dingaling ain't what he's doing. I'm saying it ain't what it is. Now the thing is, I don't understand. I will never get it. Albeit I'm not in the situation. I'm not a coach. And the millions of dollars. I mean, millions and millions and millions. I mean, you make the most. Big deal. How much hardware you got in the case? How many? I mean, what you got going on? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. and that will be, again, that will be his legacy.
That remains to be seen.
That will be his
he
legacy.
He ain't got nothing at Ole Miss. He could have. He very well could have.
He could have gotten it this year and gotten that same money. Listen, trust and believe. There's plenty of money in Mississippi. There's plenty of money in the SEC.
But plenty of money in the SEC. That's what I'm saying. The money is money, dude. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm saying once you get to a certain, I still don't understand. I would love to figure it out and find out how much, like how many millions it takes for you to actually not care about.
I had to stop you for a second. every time you said millions, I want to yell and millions because I do watch a little WWE. I could just see that for the millions and millions.
Once you get to a certain point, man, I mean, money is money. I mean, you can, and honestly, if you're in a state of Mississippi or Georgia, as it were, and you have the key to said state, you ain't paying for jack. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. Right. How much are you actually paying for? You ain't paying for nothing.
Oh, he paying for that. He paying for that house. He paying for that house his wife living in. No, I guarantee you that.
You need
but anyway,
all
of that notwithstanding, all of that notwithstanding, what it boils down to is Lane Kiffin wants to be the big swinging, you know what, on the block.
He's not.
And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Let me get it out. He wants to be the big swinging Jimmy on the block, but he hasn't done anything to earn the title of the big swinging Jimmy on the block.
This is his disservice. I'm agreeing with you. I saw your post earlier. I saw your individual post. But yes, he did a disservice to his point or what he was trying to do. He is definitely 110% did a disservice to his legacy if he ever has a legacy. Now, I agree with you 110 and 20, 30, 40, 50%. If, but yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets me wild up because I mean, I don't get these coaches coming in and actually make it. I don't understand. He's got it. Well, Dana, I love you, sweetheart. But yeah, he needs a bigger stage. He's got a stage. SEC is the biggest stage in the. I mean, like in the.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
But even though the LSU, I don't know if I would agree that LSU is a bigger stage than Ole Miss. They're both SEC, but at the same point, it is a big stage. But I mean, I don't understand these coaches doing all this work to get a program to where where like you and I look at
no
it.
Way. There's no way in hell. If I had put in 6 years worth of work and finally gotten almost to the top, could you? Okay, let me run it for you like this. You wanted your whole life to climb Mount Everest. You finally got the money, the funds, the training, and everything. You're there. You're standing at the base of the mountain. You get 3/4 of the way up the mountain and be like, you know what? It ain't all that big a deal, and then go back down the mountain.
Yeah, for a couple mil. I mean, like I said, once you get to a point of $1 million, I mean, like a couple mil. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know, I'm not there. Obviously, I wish I was there.
It's just it's
exhausting to hear this shit,
dude. It's the recognition. It's almost like when you see the things about musicians having beef with each other because they all started doing gigs together at the same time, and one person blows up and becomes the biggest thing since sliced bread, and then all the people that came up with him didn't have the discipline or the work ethic or just the plain good luck to be in the right place at the right time and sitting around going, dang, all that, dang, this, dang, that shit.
You just hit 100. You hit something right on the head. Work ethic. That shows absolutely nothing. Like Lane shows everybody else like, hey, And obviously it already was there. It's like more money, go to more money. At the same point, you get the more money for the accolades and the hard work you put into it. And then that shows, I mean, some people actually get more money with, less effort, and that's few and far between, but it does happen. But at the same point, you look at your Kirby's, look at your Sabins, look at your, look at all these coaches that have stuck around. You know what I'm saying? Saban has a legacy at Alabama. Lane Kiffin was fortunate enough to coach underneath one of the legacies of Alabama, one of the best coaches in college football ever. So it's Kirby.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I hope and pray that Kirby does not follow in these footsteps. I don't think he will.
Nah,
but I mean,
Kirby. Listen, I'm gonna give you this.
He doesn't envy it.
Kirby Smart.
God bless.
Played at Georgia. Kirby Smart bled and gave blood for the red and the black. Yes. So and of course he got the opportunity to coach. He coached under Nick Saban. When that job came open, he jumped at it because he bleeds red. He literally bleeds red and black. I mean, could you imagine? Dude, I couldn't imagine what it was like if I had maybe been playing football at Savannah State same time as Shannon Sharp, and then I got an opportunity to go back to Savannah State and coach and turn them into a SIAC conference winning champion every other year and winning championship, the national HBCU championship or whatever at that division. There's no way in hell you could pry that away from me, bro.
No, and the thing is, if it did happen with Kirby, I mean, oh my God, dude. I mean, what kind of, like he's given the key to the state and probably the force around the states. I mean, like honestly, he's there where he wanted to be.
Well, now, not the force around the states. You do remember what state is due east of Georgia, right?
I agree.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just saying he might under the table. I'm not saying it might be. It might not be in like
let me peep the.
But what I'm saying,
peep the comment that Dana put up here.
Yeah,
said that Ole Miss was willing to match their salary offer.
Yeah,
he just wanted the bigger stage. He could have kept the same money and stayed there. He wanted the bigger stage.
But he's getting $1 million if Ole Miss actually wins the national championship, and he's getting about $150 million if they make the playoffs.
Do they owe him? Do they owe him that money though? Now that he's gone,
do they owe him money? Hell no.
Probably. Yeah, that's my point. So we could talk about this all night, but we have talked.
You got me hyped, man,
bro. We have talked so long on this one subject. We have damn near done a second show. But those of you that are watching this,
I've had fun though, brother. I always have fun. This is my funnest show though.
Those of you that have tuned in tonight, Dana, thank you for jumping in the comments. Dana has been keeping the comment section lit.
Yeah, she's awesome. Dana, you're awesome, sweetheart.
And some knucklehead called Zach Niff Productions. I have no idea who the hell that is, but anyway, he'll be all right. Those of you,
Dana, looking forward to the game this weekend, sweetheart.
For real. Hey, best of luck to your Tide. I used to hate the Tide. I did just because I was taught that was the thing we did. We didn't like Georgia Tech. We don't like Georgia Tech.
You hate them until they beat us.
Wait, you don't like Georgia Tech. You don't like Florida, and you don't like Bama. And then I got a little older, got a little wiser, and then thanks to the advent of the internet, I got to meeting some of these Alabama fans and found out they just regular old fans like us. They just love they love their team as much as we love ours. Yeah. It's just and you know what? It doesn't matter what group of people you go into, you can find folks that act like dummies in every single group. And those guys, folks,
don't get us started in our group. Don't go to the Georgia groups in the Facebook community.
Anyway, go ahead. There's one in particular that Dana probably knows about it because that was popping the 100% true SEC. Rest in peace to the big dog Travis Farkey. Oh my Lord, Travis Foskey. Rest in peace to the big dog. He did not. COVID took him from us. He left here. He left here about 6 to 8 months before the Dogs won that national championship.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But and they used to get in there, man. They would run you out of a group. I used to just sit.
Oh yeah.
I used to just sit in the. I used to just sit and read the comments and laugh. I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want them coming for me.
You're like me. I just sit in there. I just get in there every now and then. I just start a pot and just let everybody fucking. I mean, just wind the top and watch it spin.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you all for tuning
Thank
in.
you all.
Whether you watched live, whether you're watching the replay, you watch the short
This time,
whether you watch the short clips that we cut up. And by the way, thank you guys so much. We've been putting some clips out, shorts.
Oh my gosh.
People have been lighting them up. There was a couple.
No
There's a
doubt.
couple I put up today. A couple I put up yesterday. They're already up over 2,000 views. Really appreciate that.
Dude,
yeah,
awesome.
Both of them. The two that I put up, the one about the disservice and the other one that I put up about something else. Both of them are sitting at almost 1,600 views. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate you guys supporting. There's a friend of mine used to say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come and check us out. We might not be flashy. We might not have gimmicks, but we love our dogs and we love SEC football.
Got a lot of G's over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. He's not Colin P tonight. He's Guga because that's
Colin G. Calen G from the DMV.
Oh man, just hit the east side of the DMV on a mission trying to find Mr. Calen G.
There you go. I got you, baby. I got you. I'm right there.
Yeah. So
always a pleasure, my friend. Love you to death.
Always a pleasure. Love you too, brother. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate those of you. Dana, thank you for keeping the comment section lit.
Love you to death.
We're gonna sign off for right now, but we will be back again next week. Actually, are you free on Friday?
Absolutely.
Let's do a preview.
Well, I mean, we ain't going to the series. You know, Colin's unemployed right now, so yeah, I'm free every day.
Yeah. Oh, right. Let's do something. Let's do a little something on Friday, just make a preview show the night before. Maybe go up against Kangaroo Black or something like that.
I'm down, whatever. Let me know.
Yeah. So anyway, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will see you next time. And as we say every time we sign off, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. And go Dogs.
And go Dogs.